Welcome back, Dirty Water Coins and Collectibles. Today we have a $630 quarter hunt. We're hoping for silver W's, low mintage, foreigns, proofs. I did weigh these rolls. I got them from the same bank that I got those silver rolls from. And they're all weighing in at about 227. I think one of them weighed 229. This one is taped. I got excited, but not silver. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start with, I'll do these 3 rolls, then I'll do 5 and 5, and then I'll get into the box. Anything else that we're looking for? Errors, varieties, all the same stuff. All right, let's get into roll 1 of 3, and I'll bring you in with the finds. See you in just a sec. First 3 rolls hunted. We found 2 Kanaka Oles. I just hold these aside. I haven't found any full rolls of these yet, so I just pull them aside when I find them. And we did get one really nice Denver minted Washington State quarter, 2007, in really nice shape. So I'll hold this one aside, get into the next 5 rolls, and I'll bring you in with any finds. See you in a second. Here's that first roll out of the 5 rolls. This one's taped, so I'll bring you in for the untaping. Again, it did not weigh heavy, so I'm not expecting anything, but just for fun, I guess, we'll do the the taped roll first. We have a painted quarter. That's cool. Okay, and as expected, I don't see anything in there. So let me flatten this out, and I will bring you in if there's any finds. See you in a second. All right, those next 5 rolls were hunted, and here are our finds. We have this cool dirty / toned quarter. We have some nice conditioned quarters here. Kind of hard to see with all the glare, but a nice Maryland. We'll hold those aside. A couple of low mintages, 2013 White Mountains and Hot Springs, 2010. I have our die chips here, so let me put these under the scope for you. This is the Broken Branch, which most of you have seen. And that is on Weir Farm on the Philly. We have our Homestead with the Leaky Bucket. And we have the 23 Bessie Coleman with the die chip on the wing, which you can see right here. And we had 1 Bicentennial. Let's get into the next 5 rolls, bring you in with the finds. All right, those next 5 rolls have been hunted. Here we have our finds. We have some Kanaka Oles, a really nice 2002 Mississippi. Look at that. Nice, really nice 1972 D. Looks like it just came out of a roll. We have a low mintage Chickasaw. I have these here are errors, so I'm going to bring you in just a second. And then I have a couple of the Bessie Colemans. So let me set up the tripod, and I'll bring you in for these, show you these real quick. All right, so the first one's going to be the Kanaka Ole with the die chip in the K right there. I didn't see anything else. Then we have the Arizona with what you typically see is an extra cactus leaf right in here, die chip. But this one here has a couple, one on the 2 and one on the 0. In later stages, these actually connect. So it's a big giant die chip here. This one's actually smaller. This one's not as common as the extra leaf right up in here. Next, we have Voyagers. Look at this thing. It's like a massive tumor. Look at the size of that right in here. So this is the Voyagers coin. It's actually a really nice looking coin, the design. But that's a huge die chip. Okay, and we have 3 of the Bessie Colemans, die chip on the top of the wing. This one had the incused doubling, so you can see the E right here and a little bit of the C. I know that's AMTV is a big fan of this, and I just watched a video by Let's Look Brad. He was looking for these, so this is it here, the E and the C. I didn't see much else on this. Still looking for another phantom finger there. And the last one is this die chip here, which I've never seen before. So you have the die chip and then this floating piece here. It actually hasn't connected here yet. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's a first for me. All right, let me get into the box now. The first 5 rolls, and I'll bring you in with any of our finds. See you in a second. The first 5 rolls of the box have been hunted. We have a couple of arches from 2014. I gotta check to see what the mintage is on these. I have another Chickasaw, and under the scope I have a Weir Farm, not the Broken Branch, but this one is a DDR. So you can see in the A, the R, and the T, there's doubling right in here, doubling right in here, and more doubling right in there. Now this one is listed on Wexler's. I just can't distinguish which one it is. Mine is such a late die stage that I can't see either this marking here, or they said there's marking inside the S there. I think the one that I have is number 2. The S shows up more so on my coin than number 1, but that is a double die for the Weir Farm Philly Mint. Just in case you wanted to look for something different, you can take a look for this one. All right, let me get into the next 5 rolls. I'll bring you in with the next finds. Roll 6 through 10 out of the box. We have 3 nice bicentennials. The ones with the Denver mint mark I did check for the DDO or die clashing. I checked for the die clashing on the Philly, but we didn't have anything. Now I do have the Maya Angelou here. This one is a die clashed version, very minor, but you can see right here by the wing there's this clashing here, and if you flip the coin over behind Washington's ear, you can make out part of the wing, I think it is, right in here, this jagged area. That's clashing. So you can look for this. Again, this one's very minor, very hard to see. But that's it for those 5 rolls. I'll bring you back in on the next 5. All right, 11 through 15 we've gone through. We have our lower mintages: 2009 Guam, Hawaii Volcanoes, Vicksburg, Grand Canyon, a couple of arches. I gotta check the mintage on those. They may not fit into this category, but I'm gonna put them here for now. Here's our errors. So we have a Kansas In God We Rust. You can see here the G and the T are pretty much missing. This isn't the greatest example, and this coin is toast, but this is a grease strike. So sometimes you miss the I, the G, the O, the T, the R. But right here you can see the G is almost gone, the T is pretty much gone, and there's a lot of collectors that go after this coin. This one would probably be tough to sell, but you might be able to get like $5 for it. I don't know. But that's an In God We Rust. Here's another Arizona. This one has the extra leaf under the cactus, and that's covering the designer's initials, the JFM. This one, oh, has a die crack too. I think most of them with this particular era have this particular die crack. Some of them are lighter. I don't know if they get worse than this, but that's a pretty cool find. I have Harper's Ferry with the doubling in the windows right here. Another Harper's Ferry, man down, with doubling in the windows. So you have right here down and over here. It's a little bit right in there. And I had one more bicentennial. And then I pulled this quarter out for a little shout out to Blue Ridge Silverhound. If you guys like my videos, I've learned a boatload from Sean at Blue Ridge Silverhound, Shannon Smith, everybody over at Live Coin Q&A. You guys should go check them out, subscribe. Live Coin Q&A, they go on every Monday night at about 8:30. And Sean, Blue Ridge Silverhound, he puts stuff out continuously. I mean, 2 to 3 videos a day. You can learn a lot by watching his videos. So go give him a like, subscribe, hit his notification bell. You will not be disappointed. He's got some great content. All right, back to the hunt. Let's get into rolls 16 through 20. See you in a second. Rolls 21 through 25. We have our first Canadian, and if it wasn't for the Ring of Death, it'd actually be in decent shape. We have a 2007. We have an Olympic, low mintage, a Guam, Chickasaw, and then this beauty. This almost looks like a proof. It's so shiny. This is out of Denver, Chickasaw, low mintage. We have the Harper's Ferry. Another one for Shannon Smith. These are the ones that you like. Trying to build a complete set. And I have a couple more bicentennials. This one was drawn on. No clash die. And these two wouldn't have the DDO anyway. All right, let's get into rolls 26 through 30. Bring you back in with the finds. All right, Nate. I just came across this one. It was reverse facing, so I have no idea if this is a Denver or a Philly. So let's find out. Philly. All right, bud. I'll hold this one aside with your Ikes. And I'll send that out to you. Let's finish out this roll. Bring you back in after I'm done with all 5. See you in a second. Rolls 21 through 25. We have 2009 DC, no varieties. 2010 Yosemite, lower mintage. 2012 Denali, lower mintage, not a DDR. Couple more arches, and 3 more bicentennials. Let's get into 26 to 30. I'll bring you in with the fines. Roll number 27. Flipping through coins. Obverse, facing. We got a dub. 2020 because it's at a V75. I have no idea which one it is. Let's check out. Salt River Bay. Awesome. All right, let's keep going. W, some low mintage, errors, still no silver. We got our foreign. Come on, silver. All right, let's keep going. See you in a second. Rolls 26 through 30. We have our lower mintage coins. Puerto Rico, Guam, Olympic, White Mountains, Denali, Arches. A couple of nice shape coins. 1987 out of Philly. And a 1971 out of Denver. Is not the DDR. And obviously our W. 2020 Salt River Bay, actually in decent shape. All right, let's get into rolls. What are we on? 31 to 35. See you in a second. Rolls 31 through 35. We have a really nice Blue Ridge Parkway. It's in nice shape. That's a Denver mint, of course. We have a Great Basin, 2015. Also out of Denver. And a White Mountains, 2013, lower mintage. And then we have our S mint. Look at that. So we have a W and a San Fran. Cumberland Islands. All right, let's get into rolls 36 through 40. I'll bring you in with the fines. Rolls 36 through 40. We have 2009 Guam, 2009 Mariana Islands, Philly, and Philly. And then we have one more bicentennial. All right, let's get into rolls 41 through 45. I'll bring you in with the fines. Rolls 41 through 45. One coin. Gettysburg from 2011. I don't see very many of these. So this is a low mintage coin as well. We'll put it aside. Get into the last 5 rolls. Bring you in with any fines. Let's hope for silver. See you in a second. Rolls 46 through 50. Hunted. We have 2 Puerto Ricos, a Philly and a Denver. I have 2 DCs, both Philly, and another Gettysburg. I believe this one was Denver. And then I did pull this aside. This is kind of cool. I mean, the toning in this is really cool looking. We got the greens, the purples. Okay, here we go. It's a nice looking coin. Well, the coin itself isn't all that great, but the toning is cool. All right. That's all she wrote. That was a pretty good box. A W, an S mint, a whole bunch of low mintage, lots of errors. let me get everything set up and I'll bring you in for the wrap-up. Okay, 50 rolls hunted, and there is a lot on the board. So let's check them out. That's a lot of stuff. Alright, so we have our 2 toned quarters. We have our Canadian 2007 that had the Ring of Death on it. For our errors, we had the In God We Rust. We have the Double Die, the Broken Branch, Doubled Windows, the Die Clash, the Die Chips on the 2 and the 0 of 2008. And then the other one underneath that is the extra cactus leaf. These are die chips on the wing. This is the double incuse lettering. This is the loon with a tumor. Kanaka Ole with the die chips and the K for Kanaka. And a leaky bucket. Holy smokes, that was a lot. Okay, now we have our nice coins. We have a Blue Ridge Parkway in Philly, in Denver. We have a 1971D, a 1987P, 1972D, and another D, a Mississippi, a bunch of Kanaka Oles. Looks like Phillies. I think they were all Phillies. I just kind of separated them. A 2019 Lowell, 2000 Maryland, and a 2007 Washington. Over here we have all of our bicentennials. There's quite a few of them. Down for the low mintage, we have 2009 Philly DCs, 2009 Puerto Rico Philly in Denver, 2009 Northern Mariana Islands out of Philly, 2009 Guam Philly in Denver, 2010 Grand Canyon out of Philly, Hot Springs 2010 out of Philly, Yosemite 2010 out of Philly, Gettysburg 2011 out of Philly and Denver. Down here we have a couple of nice Chickasaws, 2 of them 2011 out of Philly and Denver, an Olympic out of Philly, Denver, Vicksburg 2011 out of Philly, Hawaii Volcanoes 2012 Philly, 2012 Denali Philly, 2013 Great Basin Denver, 2013 White Mountains Philly, and a whole bunch of arches. I still have to check to see if these are low mintage. Those are all Philly. And then our 2 finds of the hunt. We have our San Francisco, Cumberland Island, and our West Point, Salt River Bay. All right. If you all made it through that and you enjoyed it, please subscribe. I try to do my best to have good hunts. It doesn't always happen, but this one was a pretty good hunt. If you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified on all my upcoming videos. And hit that like button. It really does help out each video make its way around YouTube. All right. See you on the next one.